Hey ya all there, virtual farmers and crafters. How's everybody doing? Thanks for clicking. And for today's build video, I had a flower shop in mind, but this versatile design could ultimately be used for anything as a nice display or altered to be another home for your character. It's a single level build with a loft area and display areas to act as a storefront, along with a ton of landscaping down around the grounds to display the many wonderful options available in our gardening inventory. It would be entirely possible to add a second floor to this design and maybe add a balcony. Really, it's up to your imagination. Our first task is picking out some property somewhere on the Garden Paws map. I've chosen one of the islands on the classic Florence map. This one where the horses would normally spawn in story mode, I think, but there's no horses today. This is creative mode to allow for free building and no material inventory needed, just your imagination. I started with some wooden platforms to create an even raised ground to start this shop build. Much of the Garden Paws map outside of the starter area has slight terrain differences, but platforms are an excellent way to fix that. This is being done with creative mode, which has several notable differences to story mode, including the use of a jetpack that helps you fly around and inventory items that are freely craftable. Now, the item shifter comes in handy when building, and on creative mode it has the additional clone feature. So if you wonder why items in this video seem to pop out of nowhere, it's probably because I use the quick cloning method to reproduce the same items that I just put down. Once you've placed a few of those platforms, start layering wooden foundations over the top to create the foundation for the flower shop in this approximate layout. I'll put up a blueprint for it because I've also changed a few pieces around mid-build. After the foundations are done, it's now up to your selection for the walls, windows, and doors. I'm going to be using a fair amount of glass walls here to create a storefront appearance to display lots and lots of plants. One could opt to go with more plaster walls if they're going for more of a residential look, but a flower shop isn't the only kind of business that might be fun to build. What about a clothing accessory boutique or a restaurant? Maybe even a pet store to display all of your special animals? For anyone who's trying to do an exact copy, I'll put up a diagram of the pieces used. With the walls and doors all set up, let's move on to the roof pieces. There was a bit of fiddling around here trying to get the look that I was hoping for. The final product is composed mostly of the plaster corner walls, simple ramps, as well as the ramped curve-in pieces. The greenhouse portion is 2 glass corner walls and 4 glass ramps with 2 curved in ramps to extend the rest of the roof in the back. Use 2 more curved ramp in pieces to connect to those to finish the back of the greenhouse, and then go around filling in all the gaps with the plaster corner walls. This will leave you with a little overhang in the back for a porch. Two more sets of curved ramped ins go with the corners of the unfinished roof. Then get out those corner walls again, adding those to each side of the front and back of the building, as well as 2 of them to enclose the end. Now, I've gone with some of the rounded windows to finish up the vaulted ceiling, but you could go with whatever option you think looks good. One of the recent patches gave us this simple 90-degree roof piece that will cap off the top. To fill in the gaps at each end, use a triangle wooden foundation, rotated around to fit. And once these are painted, they'll look a lot nicer when they match up. This completes the main structure, and by the way, if you're liking the background music, it's from the game of Raft, which I highly recommend giving a try if you're like me and you simply must rotate through playing tons of different games. Now, don't get me wrong, I adore Garden Paws, but my attention gets locked onto many different options in my Steam playlist. From here, it's a lot of trimming and accessories, like adding in both vertical and horizontal wooden pillars, along with some fencing of your choice to finish off the trim. Then we get to decorating. And I don't know which is more fun, creating the structure or doing the decorating, as Garden Paws has so many lovely options in furniture sets and fixtures. Since this is a flower shop, there's oodles of things in our inventory that could be applied here, and I tried to incorporate all of it too. That's how this build got extended along the entire shoreline of this outer island. Plants and more plants everywhere. I even added a garden patch of fruits and vegetables towards the far end of the build. Everything I can find in the menu is scattered everywhere. I especially love the decoration rocks. They really add to an overall look for a park-like atmosphere. If you're looking for other Garden Paws building ideas or guides to unlocking important features, please go check out the playlist. I've got a couple more builds worth of footage on my hard drive to edit up, but I'm also taking requests for what you would like to see, so comment down below if there's something you would be interested in. As you might notice, I've got some construction going on the backside of this island that I haven't decided what to do with just yet. I left it mid-build and I totally forgot where I was going with this. But eventually it will be finished, and I also have some fun new game reviews to share that might be of interest. Thank you for stopping by. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care, y'all, and bye-bye!